Wondering what the difference between a real estate brokerage and a real estate team is? Well, they're definitely different. I've been on both sides. I've been a team lead, and I'm also currently a brokerage owner. So it's amazing how many people don't know the difference, but I'm going to go and lay it out for you so you can know the difference, because being a brokerage owner might not be exactly what you think it is, okay? So, and being a team lead might not be what you think it is. So let's get right into it. I know the writing's a little small, so I'll go ahead and read out to you. First of all, a brokerage is just a place. So when you get your real estate license, you have to join a brokerage to be able to perform real estate. So it could be any brokerage, as long as the broker will take you. The brokerage houses the realtors, and the realtors, they can be, for the most part, they are subcontractors. Subcontractors, it's your own business. They can be employees, but that's very rare in real estate brokerages. It's more of on a team thing. But real estate subcontractors that work under a brokerage, you're your own business. Tax purposes, you can write things off. It's really your own business within the brokerage. So the brokerage is on top of everybody. The brokerage is make sure the liability, compliance are done, and the realtors are following those things, because at the end of the day, yes, the real estate agents are subcontractors, but they're under the brokerage. Both can get fined if they're not in compliance. So this lays on the broker's shoulders. So there's a lot more liability as a broker than there would be as a team lead. So that couldn't deter people from becoming a brokerage owner. Okay, so as a subcontractor, you're your own business. The broker, he's just making sure everyone in the brokerage has their CE credits, they're up to date, they're doing everything in compliance, checking files. That's the main purpose of the broker. Okay, as an agent, you're trying to build your own business within the brokerage. So the back office, this is where you would submit your real estate files. Say you have a transaction, the broker would supply you with a back office. This is where you would upload your paperwork, and he would be able to check off to make sure everything's signed correctly and everything is good for closing, okay? Liability compliance, okay, a lower split. Usually brokerages are a lower split than a team split, because like I said before, it's a subcontractor position, you're your own business, you do your own thing. So of course you have to pay to be part of a brokerage, but it's usually not as much as you have to pay to be part of a team. So usually the brokerage, I've been to several brokerages, and usually it's either a 70-30 split, you can work all the way up to a 90-10, and now they have a lot of different ones with some fees, okay? So that's a brokerage. So let's jump over to teams real quick, okay? So team, to start a team, this is a little different than a brokerage. Yes, you guys are all subcontractors, or you can be employees in this case too. You're probably gonna have more employees on a team than you would in a brokerage, because as a team, it's all working as one. So say on the broker side, you have subcontractors under the brokerage. I've been to maybe 4 different brokerages before I got my brokerage. So I've seen the difference, and some of those brokerages, I've never even talked to the broker one time. They've never given me a lead. It's really, you know, they're there if I have any questions, but it's my own business. So that's for the most part how the brokerages I've experienced has been. Now, of course, they want us to sell, they get a commission, yes, but we're not a team. Matter of fact, I probably didn't know any other realtor at any of my brokerages. I might see them in passing, but we've never talked. It wasn't a team atmosphere. It's just they had their business, I had my business, okay? Team is totally different. So a team is almost like an individual agent multiplied. So it would, when I had my team, okay, I ran it a little bit different than normal a team would run it. I ran it a little more like a brokerage. I let them do their own thing. Yes, we were a team, but we all had our different areas. That's not normal. Usually a team, they would have the same area. They would have roles for each agent. So each agent would be either work the buyer side, one would work the seller side, one would do the marketing, one would do the transaction coordinators on here. A team usually has a transaction coordinator. So the team is set to work as one. That's the difference between a team and a brokerage. Brokerage, a lot of individual agents with their own individual businesses, individual areas under the brokerage. Team all works as one area, one team, one marketing piece, all as one. So there are benefits to both. The team, the one thing that's not a benefit is the higher split. Most of the time you're going to see a 50-50 split on a team. So paying that 50-50 split, you're still paying the split to the brokerage. So say it's a 70-30 split, you're still going to give 30 to the brokerage, and you're going to give that 50% to your team lead. So the team lead, they're going to get probably a bigger commission on your deal than you're going to get. So if you're going to join a team, you really have to make sure giving up that much is going to be worth it. Are they going to provide you with leads, as most teams usually do, and that's how they entice people to join their team. Provides marketing, all works as one. Now the marketing piece is really good as a team. That is probably one of the main things that I really liked about being on a team. We can all market as one. So there's one area that we want to work at, say, let's say Phoenix. Phoenix is huge. So as a single agent, it's going to be hard for me to go out into Phoenix and market myself in Phoenix. But if I have 4 or 5 other agents that are marketing that same area, we're going to dominate Phoenix. We're going to be the known team in Phoenix. So there are benefits to the team. And another thing, as a team lead, if you want to get your own team, you have a lot less liability because that lies back on the broker. So the broker has to approve the team. There are some things each brokerages make you do and little different rules before you start your team. So I would talk to your broker about that if that's something you're interested in. But as a team lead, you have to make sure you're ready to be able to provide the marketing, make sure that the transaction coordinator have roles for the agent, provide leads. Otherwise, what's the incentive of an agent handing over 50% to the team lead when they're already paying the brokerage? So it has to be worth it. And like I said, I definitely gave some advantages to the team where it can be worth it. If you guys market it right, if you have a good team lead, they're going to put you in the position to win. And a lot of times, if you have a good broker, they're going to help the team lead succeed, because if the team succeeds, the broker succeeds as well. So you just want to make sure you have the right people around you. You want to make sure when you go and talk to a brokerage, hey, you know what, this is my goal from the start. So they know. You can see the broker's reaction when you say, I want to start my team. If it's not really wanting to help you with that, or they're not giving you positive feedback, you might want to pick a different brokerage, okay? A lot of brokers feel threatened that eventually you'll build your team and leave, start your own thing, which is totally fine. Like, I see it a different way. I see if I can start and help you start your team, build you up, say you even start your own brokerage, you know what, I feel good that I was able to be a part of that to help you, because there's so many agents out there. There's going to be another one, I'll start another team, help them, and so on and so forth. But like I said, a lot of teams aren't going to want to do that because of that liability part, and there are a lot of fees in having the brokerage. So teams are good to have, brokers are good to have. If you don't want to deal with a lot of people, if you don't want to deal with people constantly calling you, probably the broker is going to be best. The brokerage usually has an office manager who deals with those calls, who deals with the transactions to make sure everything's legal. So the broker, really, you're never going to even see or really hear from the broker very much at all. Team lead, you're going to hear from them a lot, okay? So it totally depends on the brokerage though, and totally depends on the team. My brokerage, I like to be a little more hands-on, especially at the beginning for newer agents, to set them up for success. I'm definitely there for any questions and to help in any way I can, but don't go into a brokerage expecting that. Go into a team, that's usually more right up the team's alley. So if you have any questions about brokerages, teams, please reach out. I'd love to answer. And I'm Eddy Blanco, Blanco Realty. Talk to you next time.